So recently something which is going on that I really dislike, which is the China YouTuber community, and almost this community is going to be separated and taken apart, because it's not because like these YouTuber group people are not very good people. It's just because people has different opinion about China, about the subject they are vlogging every day, about the political events that which is going on, and about a lot of things, and also the soft power that China is spreading to over the world. Personally, as a Chinese, I had never think about that I should be involved in such part of a group of people, because the expect foreigners group that doing like China videos, etc., are quite detached to the normal Chinese daily life. You never see those guys have like super engagement with the China local people. You will see more or less that they have some kind of like travel guides and leading them to somewhere, but you don't see like they are engaging to the locals like what bowed and bankrupted in the Soviet, the former Soviet Union countries. But they still making their own videos, telling their own experience about this country, especially the expect life that they experience. I'm not going to say the expect life in China is a very bad, negative experience. Actually, they experience good things, because our country don't want the foreigners perceive the bad of this country and have like wars and terrible experience. Basically, especially when you just coming to this place for several days, we want to give you a good impression of how Chinese culture awesome are, and etc. So, but recently Guilao 60 did a video talking about basically he was talking about you should take a look at the social blade data, and the pro-China YouTuber channels grows rapidly, and the anti-China group like decreased their view counter or subscriber number, etc., which is ridiculous, because the data that he gave out isn't a very sufficient data samples, firstly, and the second, what he is trying to give you some big channels like 7ZA, Law 86, they have already got millions of views, and they have like 7ZA got 700,000 subscribers. Of course, their traffic load is up and down, and these kind of things, you know. But this is not a strong evidence to prove. If you are talking about the issue about China, then your channel will decrease, even though those like pro-China YouTubers group got some views and got some subscribers. But maybe their supporters are just nationalists. It's bots. It's the fake viewer give them support, etc. So it doesn't give you any explanation, and he wants to pursue people, like take a side, and if you pro-China, then you're happy and your channel grow rapidly. But if you take a side on like anti, which I don't think those channels talking about the problem of China is anti-China. They actually love China way better than those hypocritical so-called positive channels, because When you say positive, which means you are like quite optimistic or about this country, which has no issue. I don't have any problem with that. But when those channels try to give you one-sided information, which is China, how awesome China is, and how great the life here is, and especially those guys are not experiencing any ordinary Chinese people's life. If you ask if you ask Daniel Dumbriel or China teacher, if you let them go to a rural area, do a super hard construction worker job, and give them 100 RMB a day or even 50 RMB a day, then they are gonna be furious, right? There's nothing that they will promote it for, because these are the ordinary Chinese people's life. Hold on, I'm going to buy something for a drink. Sorry, the shop owner isn't in the shop, so but I'm pretty thirsty. I'm not sure. So anyway, where are we? And so the whole China vlogger group is dividing, and because some stupid people create issues and try to divide these two groups and fighting each other, and which is ridiculous. The YouTubers are just individuals, and people love to taking videos, and people love to travel, and they want to record their experience, especially some very unique experience in their life. So they become a YouTuber, right? And they travel in a very strange country like China. People from Canada, USA come to China. It's totally different, it's totally new to them, and they got excited because of the difference. And for me, it's the same thing. I went to Europe, I went to Australia, I went to other countries, and I found it's totally different, and it's also attract me, right? And I also love my country, and it has a lot of fabulous, awesome sceneries. But it doesn't mean that I will not talk about the issue of here, because the only way that you can improve the country, and or you can deliver a message to the people who also belongs to this country, is to change their opinion or change their mindset for a certain thing. Because in a lot of cases, people just don't have a sense about how the things should going on, and how this country should be behave like. And if I see it, I will point it out. I will try to make it as clear as I can. And as you guys, I know majority of my viewers are foreigners. Before you come to China, you should have a quite check and balance and fair perception of this country. Do not think you are going to the paradise, and do not think you are going to the hell, because this is China, especially the developed part of China like Shanghai, Beijing. It's awesome. I mean, if you go to rural place and you found difficulties with the locals, learn some Chinese. Do not like those YouTuber who doesn't speak a tip of our language, and don't read our newspaper. You need to read all these kind of signs, and you need to read the newspaper to understand what is the thoughts of this country built upon on. Then you can have some kind of fair opinion. Otherwise, it's just a bias, and I call it like positive bias, right? So I don't know. I'm getting into some ridiculous countryside actually. Here, this is the abandoned factory actually. This is the abandoned factory, and I don't know, I'll just do a tour, and not really sure